Hello guys, as I promised before, I will share my Morroc build to be tanky, tough, and survive in the harshness of PvP and GVG. I hope you like it. As you know, Morroc is a special job magic hero who can produce painful magic damage but also has very strong resistance to physical and magical attacks. Some people combine tank and flee build, but in this build I focus more on tank points and damage reduction. Of course, each build must have its own advantages and disadvantages. These are the equipment and card recommendations that I recommend. For main offhand I suggest Ancestral Blessing to add dark damage reduction or Historical Witness to withstand incoming physical damage. Medium size reduction is good to withstand Alinia's attacks. I have never compared these offhands. However, the Giant Armor Shield is very useful for regeneration and provides healing effects when your HP is below 50%. On the other hand, the Hellion Bracelet is very useful if you can keep your HP above 90%. For the Meteorite Buckler, the medium size reduction effect is actually very useful as a tank. But the tier effect is not good for Morroc. On armor you can focus on dark element damage reduction, because the main source for dark element damage is on offhand and armor. Ardiope card is a must, because it can turn your armor into poison element, where dark element damage only deals 25% against poison. Because currently the meta DPS is Alinia, I switched to using Bespoke Coat to increase my physical damage reduction. There are many card options. Currently I am still using Isis card due to limited funds. I choose to use St. Mary for my shadow equipment because this shoe restores HP and SP every time I give an ailment status to the enemy. Where Morroc has auto trigger fear, darkness, cursed, or silence to the enemy. You should have physical and magic damage reduction on Martyr's Necklace. Fisherman card is a cheap card that is quite useful. Its price is far from the MVP cards. Amethyst Creature and Emotional Cleaner are the best to increase your skill damage reduction. And Star Navigation Cord is good for boosting your resistance on GVG. For the back, I chose to use Baphomet Junior Summer because I was aiming for a 20% chance of fleeing magic damage. Koshian Dream provides skill damage reduction and auto attack damage reduction. But the best part is that the item can restore 5% of our HP when affected by abnormal status. For the face, Shy Reindeer is the best equipment right now to increase our skill damage reduction and auto attack damage reduction. For headgear, I prefer both Eggshell BIU and Moonlight Bunny to prevent our equipment being broken. However, if you have a Resentful Kalitzberg card, you can replace the headgear with a better one. As a tank, Stardust Dragonstaff is the most suitable weapon for you because it provides both physical and magic damage reduction. Sniper Demon is the best card right now. But besides being very expensive and rare, I still use Spasher card. For the Oracle Extraction, I use Meteorite Armor to increase my freeze and stun resistance. If you have Lloyd's Energy Rune Armor on your extraction, it's good for you. Last and most importantly, for Relic I use Hoddle Totem Relic. This is very useful for reducing incoming dark damage attacks, where almost all enemy attacks will be converted to dark elements. However, in certain situations, I use Year Necklace for when facing Phantom Dancer. For me relics like HP Block and True Sight are too expensive. I'll try to share what my current set is like. Of course I still have a lot of notes due to my limited budget. Offhand and armor are the biggest source to get dark element damage reduction. I prefer using Argeo card to change my armor element into poison. Currently I still lack Nolan card for crafting Wasteland Star card. For the equipment in the right position, it is actually not much different from the support equipment in general. Rose Knight card is good to make your enemies on bleeding status. Bleeding is very painful and often kills the attackers. For weapon I hope I can get Sniper Demon card to increase my skill damage reduction. This is the shadow equipment, Oracle Extraction, and Relic that I usually use. Bring abnormal status on enemy with Saint Mary Tear effect is good to restore my HP, that's why I use Disaster Rune here. Let's check my current status with self-buff. I hope I can get more Flee so the fleeing effect from Baphomet Junior Summer can work optimally. Auto attack damage reduction and skill damage reduction is good to make us tougher. I'm aiming to get 180% damage reduction. Currently I'm still waiting for my ancient equipment to reach its maximum status. Demon King's Will skill is great to increase my magic damage reduction. I still lack of ailment status resistance. I plan to increase this abnormal resistances with better Mora, especially for freeze, stun, and petrify. Make sure you always inside in the Dark Knight Shroud skill when facing enemies. This passive is good for increasing your demi-human reduction because for default player is set as demi-human race. A linear attack when using possession skill cannot be converted into dark element damage. This shield will help you block their attack. Moroc's skill can make enemies fall into abnormal status such as dark, cursed, silent, or afraid. Combining with Saint Mary Tear effect will restore your maximum HP. Crochet Staff as Oracle Extraction will increase your healing effect to restore your HP. Koshian Dream is also the important equipment to restore your cell phone. Dark Knight Shroud skill will convert every incoming element damage forced into dark element. This is a very great skill so you can focus on increasing only dark element damage reduction. Combining Dark Knight Shout skill with Argeo card is very effective because it converts our armor into poison. Dark element damage only works 25% against poison element. It will reduce enemy attacks a lot. Other elements like wind, earth, water, and fire only work with 75% damage. But you should be careful against holy element damage. Poison is weak against holy element damage. Let's test this build on PvP. It seems like the PvP arena is quiet at the moment. Hopefully I'll meet some DPS players to test their damage. In auto skill, I put Dark Knight Storm skill on that. I think I met Divine Avenger tanky build. My Dark Knight Storm damage is so cute on him. But it's okay, this skill is only to set abnormal status on enemies so I can get HP regeneration from it. Jormungand is coming, let's see his damage on me. Be careful with Jormungand. He has red circle skills on areas that can remove our Dark Knight Shroud areas. And some Jormungand player has Nuka card, it has a chance to remove our headgear equipment. Actually, if you meet Jormungand, putting the Golden Thief Bugstar card will be very useful to reduce the damage. But currently Alinea is still a meta. So I prefer to use the Snake Gorgon Star card on the offhand. Set King's Protection skill on, you will auto-revive and become Demon King Morroc if you die. If the arena is full of players and the situation becomes chaotic, you can use the Shackle skill on all players around you. Automatically when they get an abnormal status. Your HP will also be automatically restored. In Demon Morroc transformation, you will be super tanky and tough. After the transformation is over, you only need to survive for 30 seconds until the skill is ready again. There are 3 players attacking me, Rune Master, Jormungand, and Thor. Let's see if I can still survive here. My HP regeneration is higher than incoming damage, especially in the Demon Morroc condition. Of course, my chances of staying alive at this time are still very high. Rune Master comes again now targeting me. Let's test how much damage he can do to us. So far, the highest damage coming from Alinea with her Meteor Concerto skill. Because she is riding on a person or her mount Peepee, her attacks cannot be converted to Dark Element. I think the Master Red damage rune is higher than his critical damage. I really hate this Jormungand. His Nuka card always removed my headgear equipment. This Thor is trying to pull me from the Dark Knight Shroud area using his Cling skill. Too bad I didn't get to experience Fenrir's attack. He was already killed by Thor. I tried to go back to the middle of the arena. It seemed like there were already a lot of players gathered here attacking each other. I think this Inlinea is a veteran player. The attack is quite painful, up to 200k per hit. However, I have met a Linea with a more deadly attack of around 500k to 1000k each tick attack. Sometimes I often check directly on the equipment used, because the Stay Calm skill sometimes does not work effectively, even though I have waited for 8 seconds, but it still does not work. When in a one-on-one situation, especially against jobs like Rune Master and Divine Avenger, it seems like Morroc will be more dominant and hard to kill. This is according to my opinion and point of view. It seems like things are starting to get chaotic again in the middle of the arena. Some players are starting to come and beat each other up here. If there is a Jormungand job, you should avoid being in the middle of the red circle of his skills, because it can make you turn into stone and convert your armor into earth elements. There is no need to panic if there are a lot of enemies, as long as you are in the Dark Knight Shroud circle and the King Protection skill is ready. Of course, the possibility of you surviving is still quite high. This time it turns out that the enemies gathered in the middle are getting more and more. Moreover, jobs like Jormungand and Ninja have many skill areas and make my armor into an earth element. I don't think I can last 30 seconds because the enemies are too fierce and numerous. That was the video that I could share about the Morroc super tanky build. If there are any mistakes in some parts, please inform me because I am still learning about this Morroc job. If you have better equipment and cards, of course you can be more tanky and can survive in the arena longer. I think this is the end of my video. Hopefully it will be useful for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to support this channel. Thank you so much guys.